Well, also joining us now following yesterday's big win for the Labour Party is Shadow Minister Toby Perkins. Good to see you, Mr Perkins, this morning. Can Labour afford to rest on its laurels after this win? I mean, clearly it's important, clearly it's significant, but it comes at the end of a week where actually it's been pretty tumultuous for the Labour Party.
Well, I mean, it's right that it's given us a huge boost. It's been a very tough week, and so it was a really great result for us. It was the biggest election victory in this Parliament, biggest swing, the second biggest in history. So all of that's fantastic. You're absolutely right. We can't rest on our laurels at all. It's a huge amount still to do to move from the stage of being a very serious opposition who clearly are in with being a real prospect of winning a future general election, to being a party that can actually govern the country and the trust of people across these aisles. So you're absolutely right. There's no complacency at all here.
Toby, what do you say to the criticism that people aren't voting for Labour and your policies, but are simply voting against the Conservative Party?
Well, I think the fact that there were 11 different people for them to register that vote with on Thursday's election in Wellingborough, and that, you know, we got a very decisive and increased mandate, suggests to me that when they considered all of those options, whether they wanted to go right with reform, or they wanted to vote for the Green Party, for Liberal Democrats, or any of the other ways that they could have registered that protest vote, they chose to vote Labour, and that's what we need people to do. If people want change, they have to vote for it. If your general point is, this government one that don't deserve people's votes, then I think a lot of people in Wellingborough felt that. But we know it requires a lot more than that for us to have a Labour government. It requires people to positively want to vote for us. And I think what was really encouraging in this election is that Jen Kitchen did attract those positive votes. We ran a positive campaign and got a great result as a result of it.
Yeah, but the key line there is people voting for change. We know a lot of people are fed up. But the Prime Minister's quite right, isn't he, when he says we don't know what the Labour Party stands for. Now, I know you want to keep your powder dry until the date is announced and you can get the manifesto out. But we still need even that sense of hope from Keir Starmer, that sort of very positive spin from Keir Starmer that we don't seem to be getting at the moment.
Well, I mean, I disagree with that. There's a huge amount that we've already announced, whether it be the biggest ever investment in green technologies that we announced a week ago, whether it be the changes to our health service has been announced. Actually, what we've seen is that often things that the Labour Party's announced, like the progress on dentistry, the Tories have attempted to nick, because this is a government that's largely run out of ideas. We've got Yvette Cooper's 5-point plan on the stopping the boats and the immigration. There's a huge amount we've already announced. And I think the direction of travel has been laid out by Keir Starmer through the 5 missions, the major sort of principles of a future Labour government. So I think the background exists. I think many of the policies already exist. But, you know, there will be a lot more to come out in a manifesto. And the fact that we've had such great results this week shows that people do like the direction the Labour Party is heading in, and they are going to want to see more, and they will see more when we get to a general election.
Toby, it was a very low turnout in the 30% mark, which happens with by-elections. We understand that. But the one thing people would say they do know about the Labour Party is that you have a policy and then Keir Starmer will flip-flop on it. I mean, you mentioned the green policies just now, the £28 billion pledge, which is now more of an ambition than a target.
So, I mean, the first thing to say is that on the turnout, it was 37% in Kingswood, 38% in Wellingborough. These are absolutely ordinary by-election turnouts. It wasn't particularly a low turnout. It's the case that there will be people who only vote in general elections. But these turnouts were pretty standard by-election turnouts. In terms of the environment pledge, actually, the feedback we were getting on the doors in Wellingborough is people thought it was really reassuring that you've got a government that said, look, we have a very ambitious plan here on the environment. We've now seen the government get the nation's finances into such an appalling state that that's not going to be affordable immediately. So let's tell you right now, right up front, this is what we are going to be able to afford. It's still the most ambitious environmental package that there's ever been, but nonetheless not as big as we hoped it was going to be. I'd much rather us do that now than get into government on a false prospectus and let people down.
We're out of time. It's been good to see you. I've just got to ask you, I noticed your scarf behind you. Chesterfield taking on Bromley today, I think, in the National League. Are you going to be watching?
I won't be watching. It's, I'm afraid, too far away from me, and I've got a small girl's birthday to attend, happy Thursday, but I will be keeping a close eye on that score as the Sparrows march towards the promotion that we've all been desperately waiting for.
Well, best of luck to you. Toby Perkins, good to see you.
Thank you.